Jiao Du caught up with the team going south. He asked about Li Yan's whereabouts, but everyone said that no one had seen Li Yan. He couldn't help but feel disappointed, wondering where Li Yan was. On the other side, Shua reported to Li Shimin that he had found out the person who shot the arrow. That person was not Cheng, but a young general under the Wolf Army. After Li Shimin heard the news, he was relieved. Chang Ji was arrested, and she returned to the grassland with the team. The Great Khan returned without success. His temper was abnormal, and he refused to even see Shear's request. At the same time, Ashley Falcon has been worried about the Long Song. After thinking about it, he decided to fight Shear on the Curry Hall 3 days later, and he was winning the Long Song dignifiedly. Mimi was also worried about Cheng. After she learned that Cheng was arrested by Shear's people, she took the initiative to visit Cheng with Ashley Falcon to visit Cheng and give Cheng some food. Shear tied the Long Song to the pillar and used it as a living target. Fortunately, Ashley Falcon arrived in time to rescue Shear. Shear knew that Ashley Falcon cares about the Long Song. He mentioned the first contest between the two and decided to put an apple on the Long Song. The two competed. Whoever hits the apple wins and wins in 3 rounds. If you lose, Ashley Falcon can take away the Long Song if he wins. There was no suspense in the first 2 games that Ashley Falcon won, but Shear cunningly exchanged a smaller apple. The apple is too small, and the wind is strong at this time, and Ashley Falcon warned Shear that he will miss the shot. Shear Xiong was self-defeating, and he saw Ashley Falcon's anxiousness, and only deliberately did it, aiming the arrow at the Long Song. Ashley Falcon was afraid that there would be something wrong with the Long Song. Er's arrow fended off and saved Chang Ji's life. Cheng died in danger. Shile Falcon was angry, he beat Shear, and ran towards Cheng. At this moment, the people of the Great Khan summoned Ashley Falcon back to camp. Ashley Falcon missed the last arrow. Shear refused to let Ashley Falcon take the Long Song, so Ashley Falcon had to go to see the big first Khan. Chang Ji was taken back to the slave camp. Mimi saw Chang Ji in the camp, and her heart was full of worries. Shear came to see Mimi's concern for Cheng, and couldn't help clenching his fists, gritting his teeth and holding back his hatred. On the other side, the Great Khan praised the falconer's bravery. He wanted to reward Ashley Falcon, and Ashley Falcon asked the Great Khan to let him participate in the duel of the Curry Hall 3 days later. The Great Khan stayed with Ashley Falcon in a tent with him. Soldiers came to report Luo Yi's arrest. The Great Khan intended Luo Yi to return, but if Luo Yi did not, he would torture Luo Yi little by little. Let Luo Yi feel painful. After Chang Ji talked with Mimi, she asked Mimi to go back first, and Mimi came out of the tent and met Shear. Shear and Mimi are old acquaintances. He is eager to know about Mimi's current situation, but Mimi is cautious and polite to Shear. At this moment, Ashley Falcon came to watch the Long Song. He pointed out that Mimi was a falconer. Shear was very surprised by this. Mimi had only one request for Shear, and she begged Shear not to kill the leader. Long Song is her friend. Although Shear agreed to Mimi, he wouldn't let Long Song be better if he didn't kill Long Song. Chang Ji saw Luo Yi's figure in the royal court, and she was surprised that Luo Yi was arrested. Luo Yi was wounded all over his body. He was imprisoned in a slave camp. The Great Khan came to let Luo Yi return. Although Luo Yi was Li Jiancheng's subordinate, he was unwilling to submit to Li Shimin, but he would not go into trouble with the prairie. Luo Yi was arrogant, and the Great Khan was not in a hurry. He only ordered people to wait for Luo Yi and slowly tortured Luo Yi. Shear's feelings for Mimi are extraordinary. He is very jealous that Mimi is better than Cheng, so he specially ordered someone to give Cheng a living and never let Cheng sit idle for a moment. At night, Cheng visited the slave camp at night. She came to see Luo Yi. There was a person named Shashi in the slave camp. She was from Luo Yi and came to save Luo Yi. Knowing the identity of Cheng, 18 let go of Cheng, Luo Yi knew that Ching was not dead, and felt relieved in his heart. Luo Yi suffered a serious leg injury. He knew that he could not escape the slave camp. Now Chang Ji is still alive. He wants to reconsider the Khan's suggestion. He is familiar with the Tang frontier defense. The soldiers and horses attacked Qin and took Li Shiman's life to avenge Li Jiancheng. Long Song vetoed Luo Yi's proposal. They should work for Tang Wanman, not just their own family feuds. Hearing that Long Song is so thinking about the people and the country, Luo Yi just said that he was just a test and learned that Chang Ji was arrested for helping in the Battle of Wei Shui. He couldn't help boasting the bravery of Chang Ji's tiger father and dogless girl. He also proved to Chang Ji that although he betrayed Li Shiman, he will always be a citizen of Dating and he cannot give in. In the Ashile tribe. Now that Luo Yi is seriously injured, Chang Ji only gave Luo Yi a bottle of wound medicine. She lets she believe first, and she will definitely find a way to rescue Luo Yi. Who knows, Chang Ji was arrested by the soldiers as soon as he stepped out of the entrance of the camp.